NBA potentially going to a 16-game format. I saw reports saying that when the league goes into expansion, probably the next 3-4 years, they're going to probably go into a 16 team format because obviously the East has been so bad and the West has been so good. So it's just not aligning right. So I actually have the teams, the 16 teams, and then I have the potential matchups. So this is how it would be if it was 16 games. The Cavs would be the first seed. The Celtics would be the second. Thunder would be third seed. Warriors fourth seed. Rockets fifth seed. Magic sixth seed. The Lakers the seventh seed. The Grizzlies the eighth seed. The Knicks the ninth seed. The Clippers the 10th seed. The Suns the 11th. The Nuggets 12. The Mavericks 13. The Spurs 14. The Timberwolves 15. And the Heat 16. So if it was a matchups, it would be the Cavs would face the Heat, the Celtics would face the Timberwolves, the Thunder would face the Spurs, the Warriors would face the Mavericks, the Rockets and the Nuggets, Magic versus the Suns, the Lakers versus the Clippers, and the Grizzlies versus the Knicks. So what do you think about the 16-game format? Do you think they should do it, or you think they should just stay East versus West?
East and West. Well, with the expansion teams, I think they should do it. I like it. It's something fresh. It's something new. And it gives the best teams, the chance to make the playoffs. And it allows those weaker teams who didn't, to get better picks and draft better talent. To help them be one of them 16 teams the following year. And I also like it because it gives the playoffs an exciting chance, and it makes it less predictable on who's going to win the title. Because, like you said, the East is so weak, and all the good teams are in the West. So you already know what teams are potentially going to go to the finals or the conference finals. So that's going to make that less predictable. And on top of that, we get better games. So like I think it was like 2-15, the Celtics versus the Timberwolves. That's low key a finals matchup. So it's like, and you get that in the first round. Like, I'm not mad at that at all. So yeah, I think it'll be a good thing, but I don't think the NBA might gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do it, bro, because we've been doing the 8 teams from the East and the 8 teams from the West for so long. I don't know if they're gonna just break tradition like that.
My thing is, like, and I see people talk about, well, if you do this, you eliminate the divisions and like these rivalries. Bruh, when was really the last time it was a rivalry legit in the NBA? Like the Lakers and the Celtics are the best rivalry technically in the NBA, but has it really been a rivalry in probably the past like 6 years?
No, I was gonna say the Celtics and the Sixers, their rivalry.
But remember what Joel B said? It ain't a rivalry. They always kick our ass. He ain't lying.
Yeah, he did say that.
He's not lying either. He's not lying because they can't beat them.
Yeah, there really aren't any rivalries anymore. There really aren't. No, unless it's like player versus player, but as far as team versus team, nah, there's no more rivalries for real.
Like the Celtics, not the Celtics, but the Sixers and the Knicks, that could be a rivalry. They're kind of close, and then they had that exciting first round series last year. But we ain't looking at it like, that's a rivalry, man.
Oh, no. Trey versus the Knicks. Trey Young versus the Knicks.
Yeah, but
they haven't
met in the playoffs since what, 21? That's about to be almost 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I feel like, honestly, if you get rid of like the divisions really don't matter. This isn't baseball and football when the division actually does matter, because that's how you can get the home field and the home court and all that. So divisions don't matter. There's really no rivalry because, first of all, it's a lot of player movement, so it can't be a rivalry when you're good this year and then the next year that player leaves and then they become bad. So you really can't be a rivalry. And plus, even if they do the expansion, they said that it's probably gonna be either Minnesota, Memphis, or New Orleans coming to the East. Me personally, it's probably gonna be Minnesota, Memphis.
I often say I'd rather Memphis come to the East. I feel like Memphis is an East team, anyways.
Well, they are geographically. They are same with Minnesota. Geographically, they are technically because they're technically in the East. And then you add Seattle and Vegas. No, those are West teams. Those are West Coast teams. So that makes sense.
To be honest, I only think if they do expand, they should only expand to 32 teams. I don't think they should expand anything past that. I feel like anything past that would be way too much. Because then now, what are they gonna do with the games? Are they gonna add more games now? Is it gonna be longer than the 82 game season?
Most likely. Just like how when the WNBA, obviously, because they played 40 games this past year in the WNBA. So obviously you add in this new San Francisco team, and then they're supposed to get 3 more teams, I think, or 2 more, or is it 3 more? I think it's 2
3.
Because I know a team from Canada is coming, and a team from what's the last team? Portland. I think it's Portland. The Canada team, they're coming the next year. So that's gonna be more games. So yeah. So instead of 82 games, you probably it's gonna be extra games. So you might have to add maybe 3-4 extra games, low key. You might. Unless they because you know how when you say like a West team, they play 4 games, they might take 1 game off and make it just 3 games. And make it 3. And then add the extra 2 games. That's what they probably do. But honestly, though, like you said, these matchups in the first round, technically, Celtics versus Timberwolves, like you said, that's a finals. That's a finals matchup. I have Celtics winning, though. We got Golden State and the Mavericks. Hey.
That's a good first round.
That's a great first round, man. You got the story. With Clay could potentially beat the Warriors. You got Rockets and the Nuggets. I got the Nuggets. I ain't gonna lie. I think the Nuggets would beat the Rockets.
Anything can go.
Magic and the Suns.
Because the Rockets playing the Magic and the Suns. That'd be a good series too.
Lakers and the Clippers.
Oh, I got the Lakers.
Hey, it's 2 LA teams facing in the playoffs. You know they love that.
Bro, it's gonna be nothing but gold, yellow and purple at every game. Even at the Clippers home games, it's gonna be yellow. It's gonna be yellow.
Not that new one. Hey, they be packing that new arena.
Yeah. Hey, I seen was it DeMar? Yeah, that Clippers game, bro. DeMar missed like 4 or 5 free throws. And that wall, I ain't gonna lie, that wall has worked so far this season. It has.
He said he wanted to make it like a college atmosphere. You know, they got the student section. That's what it's made for, to distract you. And I believe it if you got all the people doing whatever in that section.
It's working.
And then we got the Grizzlies and the Knicks. John Madison Square Garden. Hey, hey, that'd be a nice series. I ain't gonna lie. And then we got Cavs and Heat.
Low key, people be sleeping on it. Even though the Heat don't have no talent, bro, they always find a way to win games. They always do. I can never count the Heat out. You can never count them out.
I'm counting them out. They gotta show me. Until they hold up the Larry O'Brien trophy, that's when I say, you know what, the Heat finally did it. They finally did it. Francisco said, no, I think 82 games still fits with 32. When they were like 24, they were still 82 games. I think it could work, honestly. Me personally. But honestly, though, with the 60 games, I'm all for it. Like you said, try something new. I think Adam Silver, man, he be doing a whole bunch of stuff. He be doing a whole bunch of new stuff. So I wouldn't be shocked if he did this in probably the next 3 years, especially with like these East teams, because I'm looking at it now. So like you got in the this is just from the 6 seed to the play-in. You got the Bucks, who are the 6 seed in the East, They wouldn't even make the playoffs. They wouldn't even make the playoffs.
No, they wouldn't. Because they 8-6 or something like that.
No, they're 8-9.
8-9.
So they wouldn't even make the playoffs. They wouldn't be in the playoff picture in the West. You got the Pacers, 8-10, wouldn't make it. Brooklyn wouldn't make it. Detroit wouldn't make it. Chicago wouldn't make it. Like all those teams that's probably gonna make it wouldn't even sniff this. Hey, a lot of I know you don't see it, but a lot of people on YouTube, they keep coming back to your Nets video. You said they was the worst team, and I see a lot of people in the comments saying this age well. What you thinking now? Because you said the Nets was the worst. It was gonna be the worst team in the league.
It is a long season. Okay.
Hey,
First and foremost, and the Nets are what 8-what?
10. They're 8-10.
8-10. So they're 2 games out of 500. Okay.
Yep.
And where are they in the East? The standings
They would be
wise,
the 8th seed. If they ended
be the
today, they
8th
would be the
seed.
8th seed.
And what's the record of the 9th, 10th, and 11th and 12th team? Like the bottom teams, what's their record?
10-8 and 9-8, 9-10 in the West.
No, I'm talking about like under 8, so like 9, 10, 11, and 12 in the East.
8-11 with the Pistons and 7-11 with the Bulls.
So they're not that far behind. Okay, they are not that far behind from being the weakest team in the East right now, bro. So we are only 17 games in?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, bro.
18 games.
We're not even a quarter of a season in yet. So it didn't age well. We still got time. They're still aging.
Hey, I said, man, I was like, if you look at this team, it's not that bad. I said it's not that bad if you really look at them. It's not that bad. So I'm sticking with what I said. I said they're not bad. But honestly, that's it for our NBA 16 game format, 16 playoff format.